Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be using the Imponte Nightshade to make the 1977 Camaro, which is used to be Bumblebee in the first live action Transformers movie. So you can see here, this is what the final product is going to look like. If you're not a big fan of that, then you can definitely make some changes to it. But I've made the original Bumblebee, which is the Volkswagen Beetle, and I'm also planning to do the newer sort of modern style Chevrolet Camaro as well. So to buy this vehicle, you need to get up your phone, go to Legendary Motorsport, then set that to sort by price. You can get the lower price. So what I'm doing here is, you can just see it's going to take too long to go down. So just by quickly sorting that out, just press sort by price, and then you can scroll down from there and it will say the Imponte Nightshade, and it will be blue, sort of a navy blue colour. So we'll go on to that now. So if we come all the way down, you'll see, just keep looking for a navy blue car, and once you come across that, you'll see it's in the middle here. So the Imponte Nightshade, just grab that. Costs that much. You can grab it in any colour, but it's up to you whether you want to get it in yellow or orange, because that's a similar sort of colour to Bumblebee anyways. So then just click order, but I already have the car, so we're going to go straight to where I've stored it. Now if we run over here, this is where I've stored my car in my Arena Wars garage. Now you have seen it before, so I did decide I wanted to make a video on it. So what I'm going to be doing here is just showing you the options I chose to make this car, and some other options you can choose to make Bumblebee. So if I'm just going to click on modify, and you can see I haven't done all the armor and that because I don't actually have a lot of money within this game, but I do have sort of the necessary things to look like on the outside. So you can see you can change it to sports brakes and raise the armor up, increase the things. But you can see here the first thing is the stock bumper, and then the stock rear bumper as well. I've got those. Don't really want the bar coming out at the end because Bumblebee doesn't actually have that. You can change the engine up to 4 if you wish. And now the exhaust is a bit of a tricky one. You can either have it as this or that. I don't think it's that big of a deal which one you have. And then the grille, I've got the sports grille, and that's the closest to what Bumblebee looks like compared to the chrome, the stock, and the chrome open. Now when we go onto the hood, you're going to want a bit of black as well, so that's why I chose the performance hood. Now the other ones don't really have as much black, because if you do remember within the film, the car has stripes going along the front, but this car doesn't have the option of doing that, so I chose that instead. And now you just want the stock lights for this car because it's an older car, so just imagine the lights are starting to fade away and they're starting to get a bit more dim. So you can see here are the other options, but I have stuck with the yellow ones, or the stock lights. And then you can see I haven't done any neon layouts or anything. I've got the full coverage, full theft prevention, and I have a white number plate as well. For the paint job, you're going to want to have something sort of old and dirty sort of looking. So just go on classic and yellow, and that sort of gives it that sort of basic sort of yellowy coat. Now we can't really add any brown stains or anything to that, or if there was, I would definitely do that. And it's exactly the same for the secondary colours, and it sort of gives it sort of a duller yellow instead of a bright one. Now we do have a roll cage for this instance, but I don't think there's one in the film, so you can take it off. It's definitely up to you for a preference, but if the car's going to be racing around, that's going to protect the insides as well. Now you can see I've got a stock car wing for the spoiler, but you can also change it to the ducktail spoiler as well, or have no spoiler. It's definitely up to you. I do believe there is a little bit of a perk in the car when it sort of comes up at the end. And you can see here I've got sports transition and suspension as well, and then you can change to turbo tuning as well. Now we're going to go on to muscle and stock rims, and you can see I've got the muscle freak wheels which match the wheels quite well. And you can see I've also got the bit on the outside which says drag radial, and that's just the custom tyres. Now you don't have to have that either, but this is just sort of a basic overall look for the Bumblebee car. Now for tyre smoke, I am going to change it to brown, just because when the car drives off, it either has sort of gravel coming up behind it, or sort of some sort of dirty piece of mud or something go flying up in the air, or just the exhaust. So that's what's going to make it sort of look not very nice. And then we've got limo lighting, because you don't really see into the cars because someone else is normally driving the car when they're actually filming it, so it sort of gives it that sort of look. But overall, that's just the car done. So I hope you guys were able to find that quite easy and not too hard to follow along, and I hope you like the way the car looks as well, because I really did enjoy making it, and Bumblebee is one of my favourite characters within Transformers, and it probably is most of yours as well. But that's the car that sort of started it off, the movie franchise, and brought it out there. And from then on, I'm definitely going to make some more Transformers cars. I have a lot planned. I obviously can't really do an Optimus Prime unless I'm doing a smaller sort of one, but the new Netflix show for Transformers has come out, so possibly there might be some vehicles on there. I haven't really checked the show out yet, so I definitely plan to do that as well. But I want to do some other cars like maybe Ironhide, Crosshairs, Sideswipe, all those sort of ones. But overall, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. So I'll see you in the next one. Blazer on out. Goodbye.